everybody, this is Chuck from CNC Gaming Factory, coming to you from Feed the Beast, Direwolf 20. Welcome to another episode of Cursed. Now look, I just want to apologize off the bat, because my dog got a new bone today, and she is sitting in the background just chomping and chomping and chomping, and so every now and then you'll hear crunching sounds. Anyway, getting a little bit of stuff done here today, and I want to show you what I did in here. I mean, you can see we've got everything that we had here before, but we also have this building up in the background. Now right now, basically this is our elevator up to the 3rd floor, but I didn't want it to just be an elevator. I wanted to kind of make it high-tech and everything, so I'm turning it into a teleporter. And when I say turning it into a teleporter, just not so much actually turning it into a teleporter, because there are teleporter blocks, which will take you over long distances, or at least there used to be back in 1.4.7. I'm not sure if there is in the new Direwolf. But I just wanted to give it kind of a high-tech look. So I've got this here, and what these are tanks filled with liquid XP. So what I've been doing is I have been, grinding down all of my ores and then cooking all of them and gathering XP. And then what I do is, I've got 8 levels now, so now I'm just going to step outside and I am going to put it into my XP drain. I'll fill this up, and I've got 4 tanks going at a time. Every time I fill those up, I pick them up. Then I bring them in here and I place them around my elevator, and it kind of gives it a high-tech look, kind of like like a plasma tube sort of thing. So you just step in here, and boom, we're up on the top floor now. Okay, now something I've done down in the clean room is I have actually automated this a little bit. Before I just had all of these sitting over here, and we can take our dust out of here and pop them in here. Well, I've added a couple of hoppers on here so we can back up our ores and feed them into here as they become needed. But what I've also done, and you can see here, I have pipes leading down into the ground, and what happens is those pipes will come up here and lead into our furnaces. Now I also have a set of pipes. Let's go down here and show you this. I have another set of pipes which also lead from here and go into the bottom of the furnaces in the front row. So basically all of my dust will go up into these furnaces, and I just pick them up once they have been cooked. We could take it a step further and put pipes on there to draw things out when it's been cooked and put it into our sorting system, but we'll leave that for another day. Okay, so that basically gives you an update on what we've been doing. Our second quarry is almost all the way down to bedrock, and which would explain why I have all of these ores. So yeah, pick up some more XP, and let's go ahead and send this stuff to the barrels. Anything else? Anything else? Not right now. Okay, so today what I wanted to do was, you saw before we made our our DNA pool, and we made our APRS database. So now what we want to do is let's pick another machine. Let's go back to extra. Okay, so we've got our APRS databank, or databank as it's called here, and we have our gene pool. Now we're also going to need our genetic machine, sequencer, splicer, APRS machine. We really don't need that so much. That's basically a building block for other things. We are going to need an acclimatizer, and trying to think what would probably be the best thing. We definitely need a purifier. I mean, these are all things that we're going to use down the road, and wow, they changed this. Huh, a lava can, APRS machine, redstone, and water cans. Let's see how we make these cans. We're going to need, well, basically we just need to get water into a transposer, I'm sure. Yeah, and then a can, water. Oh, simple stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some pieces of tin real quick. We're only going to need 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And this will make our cans. Okay, so we got cans there. Now all we need to do is put these into... I think I got some redstone in here. I don't know if we can put redstone in here. Can we? Doesn't appear so. Let's go grab... see if we can put it into a bucket. Because I hate wasting anything. Which is really kind of stupid, because I got tons of it, and I really shouldn't need to worry about this, but... we'll see. Yeah, but I also want to apologize for not having an episode on Friday. But as anybody who's been following this series knows, it's now month-end close, and we've got just tons of stuff to do, and I have not been able to concentrate on this whatsoever. Let's see, can we put a bucket in there? I don't think we can. I don't know if we can, like... no, that's not gonna work. Oh well, what we're gonna do is we're just going to... ooh, we don't want to break it. Let's see if we can pick up with this real quick. Yes, okay. So we've got that. Let's put that back down. It should now be empty. Yes, it is. Okay, so now can we take this and pop... oh, no, we can't. Oh, at least it all went down in here. Did I break anything? I don't think I did. They're gonna make us work for it. Okay, so we can put this in here and do that way, and it's gonna pull that water in. Then if we take 1, 2, 3 of those and do it the other way, we need more water. Okay, so let's just go get a few buckets of water. Actually, just 3. 2 to put in the machine and 1 to keep in my supply. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we've got all the water that we need now. Okay. We're going to take those out. We're going to switch that around. We're going to put that there. And that there. And that'll give us enough water to make our cans, which we will put there. Switch that back around. And watch everything come back through. Okay, so now we have our water cans. Now we're going to take these 3 buckets, and we're going to go over to our lava tank. Dun, 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 dun. So how's everybody been doing? You know, people are starting to get hyped about the warmer weather. And, well, I guess it really depends on where you're watching from. I mean, if you're in the southern hemisphere, you're not too excited because it's getting ready to go into winter. But I know I am hyped about it starting to get warmer, because the winter in Chicago this year was just brutal, to say the least. Okay, so let's toggle that back around. Let's pop our lava in. that one in, and that one in. Pick up our buckets, flip that back around, and do 1, 2, 3. This should give us our 3 lava cans. Okay, so we got that. Now, we needed redstone, I know, and we needed another apiarist machine. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, sturdy casing, copper, and redstone. So let's go grab that stuff real quick. Oh, let's pick up some iron here first, because I gotta keep up with this, otherwise it just stops everything. Okay. Send those through our little ender pouch here. Those will get sorted out. What did we come up here for? We came up here for copper. And we came up here for bronze. And we came up here for redstone. Okay, so now we can take this, and this is going to give us our sturdy casing. Put that back in there. And then our copper on the sides. That's our apiarist machine. Then we have our redstone. And I believe the water was on the left, the lava was on the right, and that gives us our acclimatizer. Now what this machine does is, if you remember when we were looking, let me see, is my B thing in here? Yes. Okay. Let me go grab a bee real quick. Basically, if you remember when we were looking at the bees and it says, hey, this bee can only work in such and such a temperature range. Well, this is going to give us the ability. Let me just pick up these. We'll analyze those real quick. Let's drop those in there. Okay, and go down to the second one. See how it says temperature control? This can work in the normal range and it has no tolerance up or down. So what we can do is we can take our acclimatizer, fill it with either lava or snow or ice or whatever, and basically build the tolerance of this drone up or down based on what material you use in the acclimatizer with it. So let me just drop the bees on the ground. So, the only bad thing about this is it's a random chance and you have to go through a lot, I mean a lot of like lava cans or pieces of ice in order to change the actual tolerance of a bee. Now, I'm pretty sure you have to power these, so I'm just gonna, oh man. This pickaxe is just way too efficient. Let's pop that back down there. And let's put our acclimatizer here. Okay, so yes, it does need power. No item, no bee to acclimatize. Okay, so if we just take one of our drones here and pop that in there, now it's going to tell us that we don't have any item in there. Now for this, I think what I want to do is we're going to test this with the lava. So I'm going to go get a few more buckets of lava here, and I'm going to fill up that again and make some lava cans, and we'll see if we can't get that to do an uptick. So let me get all that set up. I'm going to try to get a stack of the lava cans and put in there and see how much tolerance change we can get with a stack of those cans. So I will be right back once I have everything ready. Okay, I am back. As it turns out, I don't have to put lava into my liquid transposer. I can just take these empty cans and put them, right click them on my tank and actually fill them up. The only bad thing is they only stack in 16s rather than the 64s. but we will deal with that. Not a huge issue. Now let's juice this bad boy up a little bit. Okay, we got plenty of power in there. See it building up here. Okay, we've got power. Let's go ahead and put this in there, and it's going to start running through the cycles, and once the world is complete, this will, you know, it'll eat one of those cans, and that will either, you know, make him more tolerant to heat, or it just won't do anything. So I'm going to let this run a little bit. You get the idea of how this works, and we will check this bee from time to time just to see if his tolerances are changing. But once that does change, I'll bring you back and I'll show it to you in my Beealyzer. Alright, be right back. Okay, I am back, and I just want to show you this. We've only been through, well, we started with 16, we've been through 12 of these, and if you see at the T, where it starts in green, it says temperature normal up 1, which means it used to be normal and none, which means that it didn't have any tolerance up or down. But now, since we've been, you know, acclimatizing this bee with lava, it can now tolerate temperatures 1 notch above normal. So we're going to continue to do this. I believe we can take it up 2 or 3. It depends on how many different temperatures there are. I believe there's 5 temperatures, which means that I mean, you can take it up as many as you want, but since it started out as normal, I believe we only need to go up 2, and then we need to figure out, we need to go get some ice and do the downwards ones to make it down 2, and that will basically take it, you know, it can tolerate any temperature condition. And then there's also ways to do that with your humidity as well, so we'll check into that and see how that works. Be right back. Okay, we are back, and we now see it's up 2. So that means this will work in normal and any temperatures up to 2 ticks away upwards. So like desert or, you know, the nether, stuff like that. Now, this machine can also change the humidity level of tolerance for a bee. Now, if you want us to be able to, because right now it's just normal, if you want to take it downward to go to like an arid area, such as a desert, what you want to do for your acclimatizing agent is sand. Sand will, you know, work on this and make this bee more acclimated to less humid areas. So, and I believe the range on temperature, or not temperature, but humidity, is 1 above or 1 below. I believe there's only like arid, damp, and wet, or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to check into it in more detail. But basically, you get the idea of this machine. It basically allows you to change the tolerance levels of your bees so they're able to be, you know, working in more different biomes, or more different in different sorts of temperature climates and humidity climates. So, but yeah, you get the idea of that. But anyway, I think that is going to be our episode for today. I'm trying to keep these episodes a little bit shorter when I'm dealing with the bees, because there is a lot of intricate information for these things that, oh, we need to pick up more of our iron here. Most of the machines are more complicated, and there's a lot to them actually. So we want to make sure that we you know, give enough time for each machine, so we don't just gloss over anything. We actually cover stuff, and hopefully everybody gets the drift of this. It's going to become even more complicated when we get into actually breeding the bees, because it actually goes into, you know, hereditary lines, and, you know, like a recessive gene or dominant genes, and they were actually very thorough when they looked into the crossbreeding model. So, but like I said, I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. I know I have, and we hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye bye.